Hi, and welcome. I'm Ruthie. I'm the creator of Percolate Kitchen, which is an online weeknight kitchen resource for working parents. I created Percolate Kitchen in 2016 when my husband was working 80-hour work weeks and I was holding down two jobs from home, and my kids were aged 3 years and 9 months. There was two of them. I was going crazy trying to keep us all fed in the evenings without losing my mind. And that's when I started experimenting with different styles of meal prep. Meal planning, easy stuff like that, and easy sheet pan recipes and stovetop recipes and things that were just simple to do in the kitchen. Everything I do in Percolate Kitchen is so that I can show you how to keep your own kitchen an uncomplicated place. And with that in mind, I want to show you 3 of my favorite quick 15-minute dinners that I turn to when we need to get dinner on the table. Stat. The first recipe that I want to share with you guys is a Thai pumpkin soup. I know that sounds interesting, but bear with me. So for the recipe itself, you'll need 1 onion diced, 1 red bell pepper seeded and diced, 1 can of coconut milk, 1 can of unsweetened pumpkin puree, which think about the cans of pumpkin that you use to make Thanksgiving pie. This is the same thing. We're just not adding sugar to make the pie. And then you also add 1 cup of chicken stock because we're going to make this into a soup. Cook down the onions and the peppers until they're soft, and then add in the liquids and cook everything down for maybe 15 minutes until it all becomes super luscious and thick and creamy. And then I love to serve that with a big hunk of bread on the side. My other favorite simple recipe is a simple fried rice. Fried rice is the ultimate in easy dinners. I prefer using rice that's been pre-cooked. The best way to make a fried rice is when you're starting off with a cooked rice that is a little old, because you want some of the moisture to be out of the rice. That's going to help it fry up a lot better. If you've ever tried to make fried rice with fresh rice, you've noticed that it might come out kind of soggy. That's because fried rice is better with at least day-old rice, or it's better with pre-cooked rice that's shelf-stable, like something like VT rice, or using rice that you've already cooked and then frozen. That works really well. One of the things that I really like fried rice for is because it freezes great. So I like to sometimes, if I'm making it and I have the time and I have the effort and all of that, I have the mental energy, then I'll double the recipe and then I'll freeze half to save for later, because it thaws really quickly and it's something that I can add a cooked protein to and have a second super easy dinner. So that's a great tip to remember. This also starts out with a diced onion cooking in oil. Cook until the onion is soft and then add whatever vegetables you have on hand. I love peas and corn, frankly. It's my 2 favorite things to add in, but you can add zucchini, broccoli, anything chopped up like that, sometimes even spinach. Once the veggies have started to soften, combine in a small bowl 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce if you have it, but if you don't have it, it's okay, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil in a small bowl, and then whisk it all together until it's smooth. Add this mixture into the fried rice and then continue cooking until the rice starts to brown a little bit. Then you push all of the ingredients over to the side of the pan and crack in 2 eggs. Scramble them just like you would any other egg scrambled recipe. And then once they're scrambled, mix them back into the rest of the rice. Top it with green onions and you're done. You can add, like I said earlier, you can add proteins or anything else that you have on hand, but this is a really easy one to make. My third and final recipe isn't so much of a recipe, but really an idea. I love corn tortillas, and I keep them on hand for so much stuff. I also use flour tortillas as well if I have them on hand, but personally, I prefer corn because I like the flavor better. I use corn tortillas to chop up, and I slice them into triangles, and I bake them and make them into sheet pan nachos. I will also bake them whole with oil and a little bit of salt, and then top them with things for a tostada. You can roll them up around a mixture of chicken and seasoned black beans, cover with a canned salsa verde or any sort of an enchilada sauce, add some cheese, bake them, and then you've got a really quick enchiladas dinner meal. Try and stick to the corn tortillas. You can also slice them up and add them to a chicken soup that you pre-purchased, that you pulled out of your freezer. They add a little bit of bulk and they'll stretch that soup out a lot more. So think about using corn tortillas because they can add a lot of bulk for an inexpensive amount of money, and they add a lot of extra flavor, and their possibilities to use them are endless. So I hope this helps you find some super easy recipes that you can use in your own kitchen. If you want even more help, though, uncomplicating your kitchen and meal planning in just 5 minutes a day and meal prepping like a rock star and filling your freezer up with meals that you can grab at a moment's notice for your busy, really nights, and fitting that into an already busy schedule, I really think that you should check out my course on complicated kitchen. I'll be sending you some more information about that in the next few days, and I would love to hear your thoughts if you have any, because I think that this is a course that can be life-changing for busy parents. It really teaches you a bones ground-up system for getting your kitchen to be a place of calm so that you have more time and energy to spend with the people you love, doing the things you love, and not worrying about being in the kitchen so much. So thank you very much for joining me today for these 3 simple 15-minute recipes, and I hope that they serve you well.